you don't want to go. You can drive. Oh, Todd, right? Kristen and Lynn. Maybe we'll flip-flop it while presenters on this side.
Whatever.
Yeah. The formal presenters here, just so the folks that are.
Makes sense.
I'll just be out in the hall.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay, so that was this side. Good evening, the rest of you. Well, we persevered through, you have to use the microphone. Where is the mic?
The mic right here.
Okay. We persevered through the rain, and it stopped raining, and we are here tonight. My name is Vicki Gallon Clark. I am the executive director of the Blue Hills Civic Association. And so, true to our mission to ensure that our community is safe and that we have a vibrant community, we are here tonight to talk about a very vital topic that impacts all of us as Blue Hills residents. And we're also here because we are the lead community partner at Weaver High School. And without digressing too much, I'd like to just acknowledge the assistant principal at Weaver High School and our state representative, Mr. Joshua Hall. Thank you so much for being here. I especially like to acknowledge the residents who are here, people who live in this community, who really care about the community. So thank you so much for being here. And then our representatives that you will meet tonight from C&G, from University of Hartford, and other guests that will be actually introduced. Our moderator is Victoria Fennell, who is the Chief Operating Officer at the Blue Hills Civic Association. So she's going to make sure that we stay on track, that we are here to time, and things of that nature. But before we turn it over to Victoria, you have to meet this young lady. This is Beverly Hines, who is the president of the PTO at Weaver. And so we, as the lead community partner, we support the PTO at Weaver. And it's because of her persistence that we are here. So, Ms. Hines.
Thank you, Ms. Vicki. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, as you heard, I'm Ms. Beverly Hines, the PTO president at the Weaver High School. So we're here this afternoon because last year when I had learned of this project, we had requested a community meeting to inform us of, the ins and outs of this project, the pros and cons, and how it will benefit us as a community at Weaver and as a community at large. Now, somewhere along the line, the communication got disconnected. 2 months back, we met again at the Zoning and Planning Commission meeting, and the topic came up again. And I had brought it to light that we still didn't have the meeting yet. Now, as a representative of the parent body, the parents at Weaver High School has no information at all about this project. The staff, the faculty, very limited. We only hear of it by ear, but we cannot speak of it in depth to say, okay, this is what the project entails. So then at the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, I requested again that this meeting be had, and the commission did say, go ahead. They actually had, put the decision on pause and asked that C&G, along with University of Hartford, reach out to the community and have this very critical meeting. Because as parents, we want to know what's happening, especially where your child spends 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Every parent in here would like to know that their children's environment are safe. Am I right? Right. And this goes further than just our environment. It's about our health and everything that it comes with. So I want to say thank you for really respecting the commission's request to come this evening and meet with us. And I'm looking forward to a very good meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, I'm Victoria Fennell. As Vicki said, I'm the other Vicki, Vicki 1 and Vicki 2, we always say. Chief Operating Officer for Blue Hill Civic Association, and I just want to extend a thank you to you all for showing up and doing this presentation. A big thank you to Beverly for her persistence, and to all the viewers out here that are watching this live, and of course our representatives from Weaver. My job tonight is just going to be to obviously listen, but also to make sure that you all stay on time. So I'm the bad guy. So you're going to see my hand go up. We have a run of show that we're going to kind of adhere to, but we're going to give you enough time, and then afterwards there'll be a Q&A, and I think there's a rebuttal and a rebuttal too. So without much further ado, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. I'm just going to go into some quick introductions, and then we have probably maybe a 10 or 15-minute PowerPoint. I think we wanted to reserve most of the time for Q&A and get everyone's questions answered. My name is Mike Bray. I'm the Senior Manager at Gas Sales for CNG. The presenters are going to be Chris Dupree from the University of Hartford. Tony Sherman is the Commercial Account Manager for Connecticut Natural Gas. Lynn Ray is with Fuss and O'Neill, and will be presenting on the drilling aspect of the project. And then panelists, we have Todd Berman, who's a Senior Manager of Environmental Permitting, Paul Querfeld, Senior Manager at Gas Projects, and we have John Gould, who's a Lead Engineer at CNG. We'll also be all available for answering any questions that you guys might have. Yeah, Vicki?
Will anyone, would they be introducing themselves again? So
Sure.
we would do that very
Sure,
quickly.
absolutely.
Okay.
No problem. Oh, sorry, and we have our guests from Doosan. I believe Alex and John from Doosan here for fuel cell related questions if any folks have interest or questions around fuel cells. So with that, I'll probably kick it over to Chris to start the presentation.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you everybody for coming tonight. Just for the record, Chris Dupuis, the in charge of facilities at the University of Hartford. And if you could advance the slides, please, to our first slide. I'm going to give you a brief overview of the project from a global level. So, University of Hartford is trying to install fuel cells on campus. I'm going to stand over here at this chart. Weaver High School is in this location. University of Hartford campus is in this location on the west of the railroad tracks that run between the properties. For point of reference, Granby Street's over here. Our fuel cell is being proposed to be in parking lot C, way down here, and one of our lower parking lots near our East Hall building. CNG is proposing to extend gas to serve the fuel cell from an existing gas main that ends in about this area in the Weaver parking lot, run it approximately up to 200 feet to the railroad tracks, across the railroad tracks, and then across the university property down to the fuel cell site. Fuel cells consume natural gas to be powered, and CNG and Doosan can get into more details on that. This total length of pipe is about 2,300 feet, but less than 200 feet on the Weaver property. Next slide. Other items I just want to highlight and mention, many of you have probably seen these slides before at some of the past public hearings and meetings, some of the benefits to the state and the local community. This is a big part of the state of Connecticut and their sustainability initiatives to have more green and clean energy. The state has an aggressive goal by 2035, I believe, of having a lot more renewable energy. Fuel cells are a Connecticut Class 1 renewable energy. So a project like this will reduce the strain on the local electrical grid in the greater Hartford area. These fuel cells will serve about 60%, 60, of the university